G'day guys, Chaos Chronicles. Alright, so I'm going to ask a question from one of our viewers. I didn't ask if I could say his name, so I'm not going to say it. But the question was in regards to him watching my video on the guy with the 6-pointed star. A lot of people said that I said 5-pointed, and I did, and it was a 6-pointed. Apologise. But his question was, I have a winged tattoo, a winged skull tattoo. Now, if you know, a certain bike club have a winged skull tattoo. And he said, was it going to cause trouble with them people because he's got that tattoo? Now, he's obviously saying it because it does look like one of their insignia. So not speaking on behalf of them, I'm just giving you my opinion, which is when I was involved in clubs and that, if I seen somebody who was wearing anything to do with our club insignia, tattoos, clothes, whatever, graffiti even, if they didn't have rights to have that insignia, and I can tell you right now that every single club member in this country is going to have the same point as me. Everyone worked to get that insignia and to wear that. And so that's why everyone is going to be so serious about it. And I have seen with my own eyes people get asked to remove their tattoos because they do look like or is the same as a tattoo or insignia what they use. So I guess the answer to that question is like 100%. If you are worried that it does look like that, then you must think that it does look like that tattoo. And I can promise you now that that certain club that you're talking about, they all go to a certain jail, to Barwon. And I can promise you now that if I thought that if I seen that, I would ask you to tattoo over it, then they are definitely going to think that as well. And it's because of what I said. Every single person who is wearing a patch worked for that. They put work in to get that. Do you know what I mean? And it's not an easy job to get one. And you cannot have tattoo or insignia of any kind unless you are a patched member. So, and therefore, you can even still be a patched member, but you're still a probationary patched member. You still can't get tattoos, have pictures up in your house, all that shit. There's certain rules, and people have to abide by them, and they do. And when people break those rules, then people are definitely going to enforce them rules. I promise you right now. So I say with every single bit of my heart that if you think in your heart that that tattoo that you've got that you said covers your back looks like someone else's club insignia, I would suggest that you start designing a awesome cover up now and get that done, at least even started, so they can see that maybe you made a mistake and you've seen that it does look like that, but you've tried to rectify it, but you got locked up. Promise you people will see that, and I promise you they'll even offer you a tattooist. There's a tattooist at Barwon, been there for years, you know what I mean? And not a problem getting a tattoo in jail. I can promise you that right now. As a matter of fact, chuck in here in comments as well if you would like to see me make it piece by piece a jail tattoo gun, and I will do that. If I get enough people commenting to do that, I will do that. But yeah, the answer to that question is, mate, like you're really, really, really walking on the fringes of danger there, mate. I promise you. And like, you know, certain clubs go to certain jails. All right, so I don't think anyone will mind me saying that. Like when I was in prison, it was like Hell's Angels at Barwon, Mongols at Port Phillip. They had the Rebels there too, Comancheros and the Banditos all at the same time. You know, so they have certain yards and certain places they go. And the last place you're going to want to end up is inside one of them yards if you have that insignia on you. So I can't even tell you from, you know, that is the best information I can give you to help you not get hurt. because I know for a fact that if you do have that, that someone's going to say and do something about it. Because I know that I wouldn't want you to have that if you didn't earn it. And, even though I got nothing to do with that life anymore, I still lived it and I still have an opinion. Do you know what I mean? And 100%, it's playing with fire there. Do you know what I mean? And if you think yourself that is like, I can't even say enough, mate. I guess the answer to that question is get it covered up. You know what I mean? Because the last thing you want to do is get hurt. You obviously like the tattoo. Obviously, you think it looks good or whatever. So go see a good tattooist that's going to design a good cover up. There is plenty out there. And do you know what I mean? Go get it covered, because the last thing you want to do is you not rock up to your visit one day when your family's there to come and see you, and the prison officers have to tell your people that you're in hospital and not doing well, because that's what will happen. Like, it's not going to be a slap, it's all over. I haven't seen it, but I've definitely heard of tattoos getting cut off, burn off, scraped off with cheese graters. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's real. It's real, and I can't even tell you how real it is and how close you are to it's just playing with fire. And you asked me, and that is my answer. And like 100%, I can't even tell you how much it's dangerous. Do you know what I mean? And that goes to anyone. These people have got these tattoos and insignia and patches and this and that because they've earned them. And it's a brotherhood that they will live and die for, and they believe in, and they love it, and they will die for it, and they will hurt you for it. And believe me, it's no disrespect to I've still got so many club member mates. Do you know what I mean? But what I am saying is that, I know that every single person that I know would have something to say about you having that on your back. So, yeah, you asked a question, I'm answering it for you, but that goes to everyone as well. It may look good, but they've earned that, do you know what I mean? And you can't have that. And that goes for every single one of them. You can't have that. All right, guys, I have been the Chaos Chronicles. You guys have been absolutely awesome. I'm absolutely loving my channel's growing very comfortably. I'm so happy with it. My comment section, I'm even getting people commenting on my comment section, how much my comment section is pumping. And as you guys know, you put a comment there, I'm going to answer it. Unless you put a silly comment there, I'm not going to answer it. And if it's going to get me in trouble, I'm going to delete it. But, I will answer all sensible questions with my utmost honesty and give you my opinion. If there's questions you ask that I can't answer because of certain reasons, I will let you know that. But other than that, I will answer all your questions with my utmost honesty. But in saying that, if you haven't shot me a subscribe, jump up there and shoot me a subscribe. I would very much appreciate that. That'd be absolutely awesome. Smash that bell. That way you never miss any of my videos. Those of you that don't know, that alarm bell button looking button, smash that. Well, don't hit it. Don't hit it. Press it. And that will give you a notification. Set the notifications to yes for YouTube. That way, every time Biffo drops a video, you guys are going to receive it straight away. And yeah, like I always do, guys, if you don't want to have to deal with any of this shit, sitting in your house, playing your Xbox, playing GTA, and it reminds you that you've got a jail sentence coming up and you've got shit looming over your head, if you don't want to go through none of that shit, start towing the straight line. Have a look in my comment section, guys. There's people there that are saying that my videos have made them make that decision, that it can be done. You can walk away from that life. Do you know what I mean? It's not an easy thing to do. I am not in denial about that. It is a very hard thing to do, but do you know what I mean? I've absolutely told you guys how to do it. And the first step for that, guys, especially you young fellas, just step away from that group of friends that you know might be a little bit, that's going to push you towards doing silly things, especially if you've got a missus and kids at home and young, because the last thing you want to do is have your baby visiting you on a table that you're not allowed to move on, or through glass. You don't want that. Do you know what I mean? And that's the only way it's going to end. And if it doesn't end that way, like I said, people are just going to call you a suspect. If you don't get in trouble by the police and you do crime for a certain amount of time, people are going to say, whoa, that dude is suspect as, or that chick is sus as, steer clear. Do you know what I mean? So it's just not worth it. All this shit has consequences, and one thing leads to another, and this and that, and there's all these rules, and then the rules change, and then you get stabbed or shot, and this. It's not worth it. The last thing you want is the hospital ringing up your family like they have with me on 4 different occasions. Like I said, I've got 7 stab wounds in me. I've got 1 bullet hole in me, which I can't talk about. But it's just not worth it. How many times my poor mum actually sat in the ambulance with me when I got stabbed in the neck there, had to get 19 staples, cut my main artery. An officer, I've got a video about it, stabbed in the neck in the title. An officer saved my life, a police officer. I was a dead set criminal at the time, and my complete enemy at the time put his hands inside my neck. That flap was hanging down here like this, and he saved my life. He pinched it because it got cut. It didn't get severed. If it had got severed, it would have went up like that. And all this shit is because I was involved in crime. I thought I was Scarface. And I can tell you, it's only going to end you up dead in hospital, your family sitting at home worrying, crying, and it's all because of you. Do you know what I mean? Your family, you can do better than that, and your family definitely deserves better than that, especially if you're the only one in your family that is committing crime and bringing misfortune to your family. They deserve better than that, and it's not worth it. Trust me, it's not worth it. I've been to the ends of all crime. I've had money, I've had cars, I've had bikes. It's all show. It's all show. That's all it is, because the effort and bullshit you have to go through every single day to have that stuff, it's not worth it. You can get all that shit if you go down to your local bloody job network and tell them you want to join an apprenticeship. And even if you are my age, I promise you, if you were my age and you always wanted to do an apprenticeship when you're younger, people who are employing apprentices would much rather a mature age apprentice instead of one kid that's going to go out every single night, get on the piss, get on the alcohol, and get on the drugs. Do you know what I mean? And so I know that people who are employing apprentices would much rather you as a mature age apprentice. Do you know what I mean? All right, guys, I went a little bit off the rails there and veered off, but we got my point across. Crime is not worth it. It's just going to end you up in jail. Like I said, at the age of 36, I'd served almost 14 years jail. It is not worth it, and it's just going to put you through hell and put your family through hell. So take a little bit out of my videos and have a look at the comments. People are thinking about my videos when they're thinking about doing crime, and that makes me so humbled that they're remembering what I'm saying. Means that my message is getting across. So much love to all you guys, all you young fellas out there that don't think that you can walk away from it. I'm about to set up an Instagram to my account, and that way, if you guys need to chat to me or whatever, we can talk via Instagram. I'm here to help, guys. Do you know what I mean? I don't have all the answers, but sometimes you just need to talk. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm the Chaos Chronicles. You guys have been absolutely awesome. Smash us up there, subscribe, whack that bell. That way you never miss any of my videos. Chuck a comment there, and I definitely will answer it. I definitely will. And yeah, much respect to all you guys. I'm loving the way the channel's growing. It's really humbling. I've found a new passion. I've bought new cameras, new microphones. We're growing. We're slowly growing, and I'm happy with it. And you guys are really humbling the shit out of me. I'm not going to lie. But yeah, this has been so good. You guys have been absolutely awesome, and ciao.